can't be hitting the leprechaun. No, I didn't hit him. I hit him in the back.
There's not very many left, isn't there? How many leprechauns are there left?
Hello, welcome back. My, has it been a while. I haven't done Mudney Madness in ages because I haven't found anything that's not the same as what we react to. And then this morning, I was just flicking through some headlines and I saw one headline. I thought, stop. Oh, yes. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. I think I need to stop this and I need to watch this later and do a video on it. I shit you not, this video today is me introducing you to the last Leprechaun Whisperer in the fucking world. The last Leprechaun Whisperer. I'm not even going to talk anymore. Let's go and watch him, shall we? Let's see what he's got for us. Gotta see. Love it! So fucking jovial.
Paddy's Day still happening.
I know, I'm like, we're in the wrong month, aren't we? For something like that. As
Aye,
a
we are.
nation, we're known for our mythological tales of fairies and leprechauns. Well, our next guest not only claims they still walk amongst us, but that he can communicate with them.
Joining us now to discuss.
Yes! God, it's gonna be brilliant!
The mythical abilities and campaigning for.
I like the fact that he's trying to take it seriously, but he goes, mythical abilities! The fucking Egypt. And she's like, I'm glad I'm getting paid for this. I could have done my OnlyFans and sold pictures of my feet, but I'm talking to the Leprechaun Whisperer right here.
The protection of leprechauns is Ireland's last leprechaun whisperer, Kevin Woods. Good morning to you, Kevin.
Morning, Kev.
Lovely.
Hello,
Lovely
Kevin.
to
Morning.
see you, Kevin. So tell us, what is a leprechaun whisperer?
Effectively, I talk to leprechauns.
But do you talk to them, or do you fucking whisper to them?
I communicate with them, and my job really is to make sure that they survive as a species. There are 236 left. There were millions of them.
The key is in the detail. There were millions. There are 236 left. 236. So this guy is dressed very smartly. Looks very regal. He does a tally. Maybe it's quarterly, maybe it's year. He's like 1 leprechaun, 2 leprechaun, 3 leprechaun, 4 leprechaun, 5 leprechaun. Oh no, you're just a fucking midget. Start all over again.
And they all died out except for 236.
How do you know there's only 236 left?
Well,
Can we say this is not actual physical? This is spiritual beings, is it?
Oh, so they're not even visible. How the fuck are you gonna count them?
Well, they are spirits, and they manifest themselves to me in a form that I want to see them in. Or you may see them as angels, you may see them as fairies. You see them in whatever form you see them in. At the moment,
Is this like the Skinwalkers thing with the dogs? All Skinwalkers appear as dogs, or as we know them, fucking dogs.
I see them as children before I saw them as old men in the same mode as you would think.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. He's gone. He's just walking down the road. He's probably not allowed near a school anymore. That's why he used to see them as children. Now he sees them as old men. Because it's far easier for him to get closer to an old people's home than it is to a fucking school. Because he's standing outside of school looking for the smallest kids going, are you a fucking leprechaun? No. Are you a fucking leprechaun? Yes, you are a leprechaun. Hold this piece of gold. Okay. Do you like butter? Yes, check. You're a fucking leprechaun. Oh my, what?
And now I see them as children.
Oh, now he sees them as children again.
There's only 236 left. Is that what you said?
That's right.
Why is that?
Well, they all.
No.
So just in Ireland?
They were only in Ireland, yeah, but
Right.
they're an Irish spirit.
Only in Ireland. But didn't Ireland used to be connected to the United Kingdom, like War One? Right, and there's millions of them. Surely, some of them spilt over. Just saying.
And that I'm not going back to the times when the Earth's plates moved.
Yeah, we're not going back to
Oh, he's not going back then. I apologise. I will shut my mouth. I am sorry for questioning you and your gift.
Not come back there.
Yeah,
at all,
no.
Okay.
But why are there only 236?
The rest of them all died.
Fucking COVID. It can even kill leprechauns. But it's really hard for us to get the inoculations because you can't get in the chairs. We're too tiny to get in the chairs.
The rest of them all died.
What of? What the fuck did I die of? Dysentery?
Effectively, what happened was that they
He doesn't actually know. I would say effectively, well, I need to think of an answer. They all fell down some stairs. There's a really big escalator, and they were all going up to Leprechaun McDonald's, and they'd all got their big leprechaun masks, and as they were coming down, it was that really awkward moment when the thing stops, but they're all walking, and then they all crashed and crushed each other. So there was just a pile of 1,000,000 dead ginger small leprechauns. So we put them in a biffer waste bin and sent them away.
The leprechaun spirit attached itself to the human spirit, and it didn't do that until the Vikings came to Ireland.
You still not telling us how it fucking died?
In to say around 802. And they were so cruel that the leprechaun said that he would help. The leprechaun said that he would help the human. And his spirit became attached to the human spirit. And as years went on, and after the famine, and people went away to America.
The famine. The leprechauns couldn't have any potatoes, so they all died.
And whatever. And
I'm confused. Did they get ill? Did Irish soldiers wear them as backpacks? Like little... like, it's like, go to the left, go to the fucking right. To fight the Vikings, who were there like, why do you have midget ginger on back? And he's like, who you calling a fucking midget ginger, mister? I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. Like this. And then there's this guy. And it's like that scene in See No Evil In. It's like, take a left, take a left, take a left, take a left. Take a right, take a right, take a right, take a right. Kick him in the balls, kick him in the balls. I can imagine that leprechauns would be like dirty fighters.
more money, they stopped believing in the leprechaun.
So is it...
So it's based on spirit, it's based on belief. When the belief died, there were only 236 believers left.
And
Excuse me, it looks like I'm buffering. Has he got Peter Pan logic? I'm a little confused. So, was it the war with the Vikings? Was it boxing matches? Was it dysentery? Was it a really bad case of the fucking flu? Was it leprechaun gonorrhea? Or was it the fact that someone went, I don't believe in you, and the leprechaun went, ah, bollocks, and died? Because if it's that easy, because they've got to protect this pot of gold, right? Because this is so the leprechaun is at the pot of gold saying, I'm going to protect my pot of gold. And you come up like, excuse me, mate, I've come to steal your fucking pot of gold. And the leprechaun's like, I'm invincible, you can't fucking kill me. You can't do anything. You can't get my world worth of gold. What you going to do about it? And the man goes, I don't fucking believe in you. And he just goes, fuck it. And just dies. Bollocks. Another one.
do you, like, so there's, like yourself, so there's only 236 believers who have an ability to speak to leprechauns left in
No,
Ireland.
there's only one left.
You.
There are 236 spirits left in Ireland who manifest themselves to me.
So he has to believe 236 times, because I'm pretty sure he said because there was only 236 believers. So he has to do all that believing for everybody else. What is he? Just like a single-man monkey tribute band? Because he saw their face. Now he's a believer. The leprechaun race survives in his hands.
To me, okay. So you manifest these 236 that are remaining, is it?
I don't manifest them. They manifest
To
themselves
me.
to me.
But I thought you had to believe in them to make them live, because then if they're manifesting to you, then they believe in you. So will you die if they stop believing in you? Oh, this is a mind feck.
Right. So you don't know what you're going to get when you're
I do,
speaking.
because
Bummed by 236 leprechauns by the fucking sound of it.
that's what I want to find.
Okay.
It's a wee bit complicated. That's what I want to see. If I wanted to see them as something else, I could see them. If I wanted to see them as angels or fairies, I
right,
could
Robbie
see them in
Williams.
that form. But I want to see them as leprechauns, and now I want to see them as child leprechauns.
But you say you're
Right, there's certain alarm bells ringing there. He can see them as whatever he wants to see them as. And what does he want to see them as? I want to see them as children. He's the Jimmy Savile of the fucking leprechaun world.
our last leprechaun whisperer. What happens when you're gone? Do they all go?
No.
Please say it's like tag, and there's a massive game. There's like 300 people that audition. And it's like a huge game of tag, and it's the last one standing. It's like Squid Game, but for the Leprechaun Whisperers. There's like this big, massive leprechaun effigy. And it's like, oh, they fucking, oh, they motherfucking bollocks, oh, they fucking motherfucking, and anyone that moves, it just throws potatoes at them and kills them. It's like, you're fucking dead, you're fucking dead, you're fucking dead. And at the end, right, after they've gone through the first challenge, which is that red light, green light potato, and then the next challenge is they all have to lick a potato, but they have to lick the skin off it. Last one to peel the potato wins, like that. And then it's gonna be great. I have just created this man a way to hand down his Leprechaun Whispering legacy.
Originally, they asked me to pass on the gifts that I had 2 hours before I died to the eldest of a family.
How do you know when 2 hours before you die is gonna be? This begs a question here. They've asked him 2 hours before he dies, right, to pass on the gifts. So unless he's got his death planned, he's like, I think I'm gonna get hit by the 7:05 bus. So at 5:05, I need to pass on my gifts. Let Leprechaun Squid Games commence.
Family of 7 sons.
Do you have them ready to
I
go?
have the 7 sons ready.
Oh, so he's made the 7 sons already, or he's kidnapped them from a local school and there were somebody else's sons. By the sounds of it.
To go, and 2 daughters, yes.
So in your own family, you will pass
In
it
my
down?
own none of my family want it.
I wonder fucking why!
Right.
Okay.
So, no, I've asked them, the leprechauns, I've asked them what they want me to do about that. So anyone that comes in now into my cavern, or into their cavern...
You've got a cavern. This is getting more sex offendery as it goes on.
Really, which is below...
It's subterranean in Carlingford.
Subterranean in Carlingford.
Yeah, Derek has been there before. Our Derek went up and visited you.
He did as well,
yeah.
the forecast from there,
Yes,
didn't
he
he?
did.
Well,
Yeah.
I give them a test when they're in there, and if they're psychic, they can get the gift, but they don't get it until I die.
I really want to meet this guy. I want his leprechaun whispering gift. I want him to hand me the gift. I want to go to his absolutely non-sexy leprechaun cave and see if he passes me his gift so I can be the last leprechaun whisperer. I would look great in my hat and with my massive honker, and to bring more. I will believe in 238 leprechauns so I can bring 2 more to manifest. But I won't have them manifest as children because I'm not a speedophile. I can't say the other word on YouTube.
Okay. So it's all concentrated in you, this sort of...
It is.
Like squash.
Sort of, I won't call it Messiah, but
He's got a leprechaun god complex.
I am the protector of those that were left. I was chosen.
I can't wait to read the holy book in like 30 years. The message of Kevin. All hail Kevin, last of the leprechaun whisperers. We found our new guy. We're gonna create a new religion. Bartles pirates are all now gonna worship Kevin. All hail Kevin. All hail Kevin.
By them to be the protector, unknown to myself
God.
at the time. I got them protected by the European Union in 2009.
The fuck? How did you get the EU to... Yeah, they let Nigel Farage in. So, yeah. But still! How? How did you go to the EU and say, excuse me, I've got an idea. Would you protect my 236 imaginary leprechauns that I manifest as children by standing outside of a fucking school and take them to my cabin? How?
2009 as a species.
When did you discover that you had this gift?
And when you're going back now, you're going back nearly 25 years when I first met one.
Okay,
And
in
how did that
Carlingford.
happen?
On the mountain, yeah.
And you just had a chat? Seriously?
Yeah, I had a chat. I first met 3. I
You just said you met 1 on top of a mountain and then you met 3?
couldn't communicate with them.
Because they were speaking Barseltung. You went to the top of the mountain and they're like, yes. And you're like, I don't speak Harry Potter. Speak normal, you little fecker. And he's like, I'm a leprechaun, mister. Would you be our protector? But you have to believe in another 230 fucking two of us.
I came down and told the community, including my wife, that I had seen 3 leprechauns.
And they kicked him the feck
it.
out.
She didn't believe me, and nobody believed me.
We
And
still
that was
don't,
fine.
Kevin.
I hardly believed it myself.
Yeah, you must have been in shock.
Yeah, Kev.
And I went up another day and to the same spot, and I found one. And he introduced himself to me, and he told me the story of his life. He told me
He's just introduced himself. He's learnt the language, this guy. But the only trouble is he'd only learnt it from modern film. So Kevin walks up and he goes, I am soon to be the Leprechaun Whisperer. I've come to communicate with you. And this leprechaun goes, that says you're my friend.
they were here from the beginning of time. I wrote it all down. I published it in a book.
He's got a
called
fucking
The
Bible.
Last Leprechauns of Ireland, which was based on the history, geology, mythology and social history of Ireland from the beginning of time, as witnessed by them.
Now, Kevin, just sorry. So when you were sort of saying you saw 3 of them, are these like, in all of sense of purpose, a physical being in front of you?
yes.
That you're actually seeing these physical
Yes.
beings in front of you?
Yes.
It's not like you have to close your eyes and you're imagining it.
No.
You actually see this.
Oh, of course, yeah. And you would too if you had the gift.
And is it for, people who have, the angel cards and the angel readers, is it the same thing?
I don't know. I don't
You don't know.
angel
You don't do
cards.
any of that. Oh.
Oh no, that's fucking ridiculous. Mediumship, talking to ghosts, Lord bollocks. I'm just going to speak to my imaginary midget friends now.
Okay.
Yeah. I
When
just do one thing. I can't heal anybody. All my functions.
he's letting them know that he's not quite Jesus, but he's got a book and he is the protector of an entire species that only he can see. This did not let me down.
in life and the rest of my life is to protect them as a species. We can't produce more of them because they're spirits. There's only
Spirits can do sexy time too. So just a lot cleaner.
236. And so long as I have
Still involves
236
sheets.
believers left in the country, I'm home in a hack.
And-
If I have more, that just ensures their protection.
When you went to get you went to the European level to secure their protection, as you mentioned, in 2009.
Yes.
They got protected status. So
As a species, yes.
as a species.
And subsequently, I had 24 members of the European Parliament came to me to hear the story. I have a story room where I bring them down into the
He has a story room. This man is one staircase away from being Joseph Fritzl.
subterranean world where they are.
So is this actually passed in law, like?
Yes, of course.
It is.
They're a protected species.
He looks at him like, yes, of course. Why wouldn't it be? I can see them. Look at that look on his face. He's looking at him. He's looking at the host like the host has lost his fucking mind. This guy has gone to European Parliament to get fucking leprechauns protected.
At
Good
EU
species.
level.
So
Oh, hail
you went
Kevin.
to Europe and you sort of got this
Well, I
protection.
didn't go to Europe. I lobbied.
lobbied it, and they've agreed it, and-
were Ed McGuinness, and I think it was
Yeah.
a guy called Crowley down in Cork at the time, and various other ones.
And
yeah.
Kevin, what do you say to people who might be watching this morning and go, oh, that's a lot of nonsense and stuff? Stuff like that, which you must get from people.
Well, you get.
Yeah.
Well, of course, you get 50% of the people.
Yeah.
But sure,
If 50% of the people believe you, I think we've got a fucking problem. Oh, by Jiminy.
if I said to some people about God, or people tells me that's a lot
Well,
of
that's fair
nonsense.
enough, yeah.
Or if they tell me that Simon Harris is the new Taoiseach and whatever, and he's going to be useless, 50%, I may think he's wonderful, but others may think he'll be useless. So it doesn't. It should not faze you that people don't believe you.
Okay.
You met Paris Hilton when you went on this morning to have a chat about them.
Well, I didn't know I was meeting Paris Hilton.
Oh, he's been on this morning as well.
What I knew was I was ready to go on the show, and they asked me to bring a leprechaun with me, and I brought one in a bag. And I was talking to him in the bag in the green room while I was waiting to go on. She was following after this lady,
Yeah.
as I knew, was following after me. And I was talking to your man in the bag, getting him an odd slap.
What the fuck? talking to a leprechaun in a bag, giving him the old fucking slap.
Did you not bring one this morning for us?
Oh, you're way ahead of me. Let me finish one story.
Please have a leprechaun in a bag. What? I just need to go back just slightly, just slightly, just to reiterate that.
I was meeting Paris Hilton. What I knew was I was ready to go on the show, and they asked me to bring a leprechaun with me, and I brought one in a bag. And I was talking to him in the bag in the green room while I was waiting to go on. She was following after this lady, as I knew, was following after me. And I was talking to your man in the bag, hitting him an odd slap.
Did you not bring one this morning?
I like the fact they just brush over that apart from her. She's like, he's off his fucking rocker. I was talking to your man in the bag and I gave him an odd slap. And he didn't even bat an eyelid. Not an eyelid, I just slapped him. This man has got 7 kids. He's put a leprechaun in a bag. Let's give him a slap. I need to see if I can find the leprechaun in a bag. So I found it. He's got his leprechaun in the bag. Let's see what actually happened.
But life's
So
to be
what's in that bag then? What's going on in that bag?
I brought him over.
What? That's an actual leprechaun?
Yes, not
Kevin,
natural.
how many are there now?
There's 236 of them left in the whole of Ireland,
who have you got left?
including this one, and they're protected by the European Union since 2009.
So are we allowed to see him?
You can see him all right, but you want to see him now?
Oh, yeah, that'd be amazing if we could.
Are you okay with that? Can I
Yeah.
can I move to that table?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course you can. Are we actually going to get to see a real life leprechaun?
Well, he was here. He was here earlier. I got through customs with him.
Do they have a bite or anything like that? Do they communicate?
No, they're great fun.
And is that because you're the only whisperer?
He's already slapped this one.
I'm the only one that can see them. You see them in the image. Leprechauns are spirits. You see them in the image you want to see them in. I see them as leprechauns. You may see them as angels or fairies. But if you're uncomfortable with seeing leprechauns, you'll see whatever it is you want to see. So if you wanted to see a child, which we
Let it out the
harlequins,
bag!
which are small leprechauns or children, you see them in that form.
Oh, I'll probably see him in cake form.
Well, I hope. Do you want to?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Can you put your arms around the table there in case he jumps up?
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, my
I'm
God.
so excited to see this.
So
Because I didn't actually
this-
get to see this when I came to see you. Why was I not allowed to see any?
Because I hadn't caught any that day.
Oh,
And Kevin,
Like
do
she's
they
fucking
come to you come to you easily?
No, I'm a shaman, a conduit between the human and the spirit world.
Yeah.
So I can have an out-of-body experience where I see them. So I can induce that, and then I can go and see them. And
So how
talk
can
to them.
someone become a leprechaun?
I can give you a test. I'm happy to do it for you
Please.
before the thing. I did it with her, but she was cold.
Nothing there.
She was just
Nothing
too
there.
giggly.
I was cold.
Yeah. Can I? Where do I move? Over
Is he
here?
not going
Wherever
to
you want.
suffocate? Should we get him out and get some air into
He's
him?
okay. Don't you worry.
You sure?
Yeah, I know.
And there's not very many left, though. There's not many left.
He just slapped it again.
Kevin, don't be hitting the leprechaun.
No, I didn't hit him. I hit him in the back.
There's
I know.
not very many left, isn't there? How many leprechauns are
I
there left?
told you a minute ago, you're not listening.
To be fair, he said
Was it 200?
236.
Something,
Yeah,
huh?
236.
You were
I thought I
exactly
heard
the same in
230.
Ireland now, and then you turn up in your pajamas. See, so,
Kevin, do they not breed? Right? Would you not?
you know, leprechauns are spirits. They don't cohabit.
So how can we get more of them?
You can't get more of them. There were millions of them, and they all died.
Yeah.
And they died out. They were in every town in Ireland. They were in Allihies and West Cork and
Just name all the fucking towns.
Iries, Wexford. They were all over the country.
Yep.
Every town had them. And
Are we going to get to see this
I
leprechaun or
forgot.
what?
Well, I can't answer questions and take the leprechaun out at the same time.
I'm getting the sense this trip to Ireland didn't go as well as we heard.
No, I didn't. No.
It went really
No,
well.
she-
I actually went into the cave where all the leprechauns come.
I'd love to.
Tell us about that cave.
Well, the cave.
They all come
the
in
cave
there.
there's a tunnel that runs from Slieve is the Gaelic for mountain.
Yeah.
From Foy Mountain above Carlingford, and it runs right down through the medieval town of Carlingford
Yeah.
under my house along the
live there?
the sea and Carlingford Loch.
Oh, gorgeous.
It is gorgeous.
It
yeah.
is beautiful.
It's a
That's where
fabulous-
they live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Little
nice.
clothes in
They're
there
from
and
all
everything.
He's made
parts
a little
of Ireland.
studio.
They all died out. They were in different clans in every county in Ireland, but they all
Open the
died out.
bag, Kevin!
Well, can we get more? Will there be more? Could there be more?
No. The only way we can get them is to get people to believe in them.
And then you-
The leprechaun spirit attached itself to the human spirit when the Vikings came to Ireland. They burned Carlingford twice. And they had never interacted with humans before, but they did eventually with the history that went on in Ireland right up until, well, up until the present day.
Yeah.
And
We're going to let him out.
I'm trying to hold them steady when I'm talking.
I just want to see the leprechaun. Come on, let him
All
out,
right,
let him
the hell
out.
with it. Yeah.
He's really milking this, ain't he?
He's milking it.
Oh, Kevin, you are funny.
No, I'm not funny.
You are.
I'm dead serious. Come on out,
Oh, let's have a look.
Yeah.
Get him out. Oh, look.
Can you put your
I'm
hand
there, I'm there, sorry.
come over here?
To make a ring.
Ready?
As if that's going to stop him.
Your shoulder.
Why?
Yeah, just in here. If he runs anywhere,
Is he coming out?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
oh, for God's sake.
Where's he gone?
Oh, the wee fucker.
Oh,
He did
left
that.
he's left his little outfit.
He did that in a school in Monksland
Oh,
yesterday,
no.
and he,
He's left
done
his
it
little...
again.
there his boots.
Well, where is he gone?
Well, they play tricks on people.
Oh, he's got his little shovel.
Yeah, I know. They stopped me at customs in Dublin. They
Ken, where
thought
would,
it
he have
was-
gone, where would he have gone now? The weed.
Well, let's,
Is that his little hat?
give me a chance to.
Would he have disappeared now, Ken?
Yeah. That's his wee trousers. And that's his wee
Made him a
jacket.
little
That's a lovely...
suit.
Oh, look.
And it'd fit
Yeah,
Mr.
Matthew.
Gray. Because he's tiny.
Look.
Oh, it's a little gold.
Oh, it's a little piece of gold.
Is that for Alison?
So he probably shoveled that, didn't he?
Yeah, look at the grain.
Okay, we'll come back to finish this interview. I've got a calm. I need to gather myself. Oh, this guy's amazing.
For us.
Oh, you're way ahead of me. Let me finish one story.
All right, go on.
I could.
So, just to bring you back up to speed, they're asking why you didn't bring them one.
Anyway, this lady said, "Who are you?" I said, "I'm Kevin Woods. I'm Ireland's last leprechaun."
All praise
Whisperer.
Kevin.
I come from the beautiful town
All
of
hail
Carlingford,
Kevin.
County Louth. And I said, and she said, "Are you on the show?" And I said, "I am. I think I'm on at 20 to 11."
Yeah.
And I said, "Are you on the show?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Who are you?" And she said, "I'm Paris Hilton." And I said, "What do you do?" she said that she had written a book, and I told her I had written 6 books.
She'd done
on
a
the
lot
history,
of-
geology,
Yeah.
mythology,
Dick.
and whatever. What was hers about? And she said, me.
It's about herself.
About ourselves.
You thought it was a bit boring?
And when she came on after me, the first thing she said, "My God, that was a very fun show."
There you go. Always a
So
fun
where's our
show.
leprechaun this morning? You didn't bring one.
I didn't bring one this morning, no.
Why?
No.
You are Ireland.
Because it was too early in the morning for me to be going up to get them off the mountain.
Yeah, there's
you know.
probably he's probably got a point there.
And they paid the travel over.
We wouldn't pay the travel down for the
I didn't
leprechaun.
hear anything from you.
This morning paid for the travel. This one didn't.
Ireland's last leprechaun whisperer. You can find out.
Oh, wow. I think that was one of the best things that I've seen, even if nobody watches it. It's killed me off. Oh. Wait, I just need to... He will stay with that channel always. Please, name our channel leprechaun. We'll keep in a bag. And I will. All praise Kevin. Our leprechaun needs a name. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for spending what must seem like an eternity. We've found a new holy messiah. Kevin, I've got to go compose myself. That was so much fun. Still lots to come, I hope, and I'll be back now with the Renegade Master. Thank you all for being so amazing, and remember, be good to yourselves, and if you can't be good to yourselves, be good to everybody else, because that, my friends, is what it means to be human. I bid you adieu. time. He has one of those feckin' abacuses. I'll be like, what the fuck is saying? We weren't burning, it's natural good hearing, you know.